Hello and welcome everybody. If you're new here, you're new here. And you are pretty much watching the next 2-month hiatus video I have created. Now, I am tired, I'm exhausted, I'm mentally drained, and I'm mentally strained. I have attempted to record this video twice the past 2 days and have failed miserably because of the way that Camtasia has to operate, which then led to the way that OBS has to operate. And I've officially moved everything to an OBS workflow and trying to navigate the best way to incorporate tutorial videos with my silver bullet without it doubling the audio. Very awkward, right? To get around that fact and to navigate that fact, I am recording internally into Reason through the Orion Studio. But I'll say that for another video. But I do want to give you guys the introduction to say, hi, my name is Hebrew, and thank you for tuning in for the next installment. You have asked for a silver bullet video, and I am here to deliver on that promise. So let's switch over. So what you are currently looking at is the Orion Studio Synergy core. This has turned into my interface of choice, and the one that I'm going to be using from here on out, replacing my PreSonus Quantum. Now, I love my PreSonus Quantum. That Burr-Brown converter tend to give a little bit of a bump in the low end, but for most of what I was listening to, it was pretty much neutral, besides that warm factor. You all know and seen the silver bullet, but this time we're gonna use it for a full mix. This song is called My Time by NYVAI. I decided that I wanted to get rid of some of the low energy and low frequencies that I felt I couldn't really understand when I was using the PreSonus Quantum for a re-release of it. And this time I'm monitoring everything through the Antelope Orion. And so pretty much everything kind of sounds the same besides the low end. So now I get to audition it. So let me play it without going through the silver bullet first.
It's my time. I heal the bruise with a touch. Fill up the heart with my love.
And now I'm just gonna activate the silver bullet and let's get to work.
It's my time. I heal the bruise with a touch. Fill up the heart with my love. Take up the dirt and I fill it with words. Reveal the truth and give love through his heart.
One of the things I like about the silver bullet is by default, if there's a boxy tone inside of your mix, or there's just a lot of like low mid buildup, this tends to kind of soften that low mid area. We're gonna go and start with my favorite friend, Neve. Let's activate the Neve. And I typically like to start off at a 12 o'clock posture.
It's my time. I heal the bruise with a touch. Fill up the heart with my love. Take up the dirt and I fill it with words. Reveal the truth and give love through his heart. I got the troops, make the land move. I got that go higher than.
Now, one thing you'll notice is that when it comes to the silver bullet, at least my unit anyways, that if I want to game match it, I always gotta notch that down one notch. To me, that was a little bit crispy. So I'm going to dial this back until I feel like I'm accomplishing something that I was listening for. And when I listen this time around, I noticed that the high frequencies aren't as silky and prevalent as they were when I had this bypass. Give it one more listen.
It's my time. I heal the bruise with a touch. Fill up the heart with my love. Take up the dirt and I fill it with words. Reveal the truth and give love through his heart. I got the.
So you can clearly hear those T's and S's getting softened, and I liked that. So I'm gonna use that as a reference or a marker to figure out where I want the Neve preamp to end up without causing obvious distortion.
It's my time. I heal the bruise with a touch. Fill up the heart with my love. Take up the dirt and I fill it with words. Reveal the truth and give love through his heart. I got the troops, make the land move. I got that go higher than you. Mountains bow down, seas roll them sounds, rocks cry out. Holy is the Lord. It's my time. I heal the bruise with a touch. Fill up the heart with my love. Take up the dirt and I fill it with words. Reveal the truth and.
So that's a little bit better. It's not as top heavy as it was before. After I do the Neve, I decide, let's go ahead and give a test with the API because we got time.
It's my time. I heal the bruise with a touch. Fill up the heart with my love. Take up the dirt and I fill it with words. Reveal the truth and give love through his word. I got the troops, make the
And with all the joy API brings, the number one thing they're going to bring is a bottom end, which is drums, bass, sometimes piano. Put that in an API, you're going to get fatness. That's just what it does. With this setup, the high frequencies are tilted when you have the Neve, and the low end is tilted up a bit when you have the API. So for this mix, I kind of want to gel the best of both worlds because I want the mid-range to be the center of attention. And so that's what I listen for when I'm doing a final mix. It's for the mid-range to have the focus and the highs and the low frequencies kind of bundled in with the middle frequencies. It should sound like your mix is kind of like on a flat plane with the speakers. They're just right there in the middle. And you don't hear an excess of high frequencies and you don't hear an excess of low frequencies. That's the tight sound.
It's my time. I heal the bruise with a touch. Fill up the heart with my love. Take up the dirt and I fill it with words. Reveal the truth and give love through his word. I got the
So the need to the API still sounds a little bit top heavy.
It's my time. I heal the bruise with a touch. Fill up the heart with my love. Take up the dirt and I fill it with words. Reveal the truth and give love through his word. I got the troops, make the land move. I got
Now the API to Neve sounds a little bit closer. Now I'm going to adjust the Neve side just to give it a little bit more touch to kind of either get rid of the silkiness or maybe the API to get rid of a little bit of the bottom.
It's my time. I heal the bruise with a touch. Fill up the heart with my love. Take up the dirt and I fill it with words. Reveal the truth and give love through his word. I got the troops, make the land move. I got that cool, higher than you. Mountains bow down, seas roll them sounds, rocks cry out. Holy is the Lord God and my. It's my time. I heal the bruise with a touch. Fill up the heart with my love. Take up the dirt and I fill it with words. Reveal the truth and give love through his word. I got the troops, make the land move. I got that cool, higher than you. Mountains bow down, seas roll them sounds, rocks cry out. It's my time. I heal the bruise with a touch. Fill up the heart with my love. Take up the dirt and I fill it with words. Reveal the truth and give love through his word. I got the troops, make the land move. I got that cool, higher than you. Mountains bow down, seas roll them sounds, rocks cry out. It's my time. I heal the bruise with a touch. Fill up the heart with my love. Take up the dirt and I fill it with words.
It seems like the best setting for me is going to be about right there. And that's, I mean, you can go back and forth all day, but sometimes you just got to kind of have to move on. And why I'm moving on is because whatever is left, I leave for my C bank, which is the SSL drive. And the SSL drive likes to push the mid-range and compromises the extremities on the high and the low end of the frequency spectrum. Give it a listen.
It's my time. I heal the bruise with a touch. Fill up the heart with my love. Take up the dirt and I fill it with words.
So the best way you can describe an SSL is warm, crunchy, but on the very, very top end, very, very bottom end. So it works perfect for a scenario like this.
It's my time. I heal the bruise with a touch. Fill up the heart with my love. Take up the dirt and I fill it with words. Reveal the truth and give love through his word. I got the troops, make the land move. I got that cool, higher than you. Mountains bow down, seas roll them sounds, rocks cry out. Holy is the Lord.
And now because the SSL typically adds a little bit of a bump in this unit, I'm going to notch the output down of the Neve just by 1 to keep things gain compensated.
It's my time. I heal the bruise with a touch. Fill up the heart with my love. Take up the dirt and I fill it with words. Reveal the truth and give love through his word. I got the troops, make the land move. I got that cool, higher than you. Mountains bow down, seas roll them sounds, rocks cry out. Holy is the Lord God, and mighty is his hand. He makes it rain cause he can. Showed us the world on. It's my time. I heal the bruise with a touch. Fill up the heart with my love. Take up the dirt and I fill it with what?
Like that right there is starting to sound really pocketed.